JJ, what did you like about Jackson's energy versus DeAndre, and why did you decide to close with Jackson tonight?
He was playing better.
JJ, you mentioned getting your defense set. How much does and how does Luka and the rest of the team, especially Luka, considering he shot 20 free throws tonight, getting to the free throw line help you set your defense and execute what you want defensively out of that?
Well, we had multiple times we didn't get matched up after free throws, so it didn't really help us.
And we've talked at times about kind of like the Banshee stuff from last year and guys that their energy infects others and stuff like that. Did you sense that today from Jake and Marcus, where their energy kind of lifted tides, and how important is that for you guys as you move forward to get that sort of consistently?
It's massive, and you know it's. I look at that as it can't just be one guy. The players that can star in their role by doing a lot of those things, whether it's Smart or Vando or Jake or Jackson, like when the collective group of them is playing the way they did tonight, it's huge for our team. And it really, I know it sounds maybe weird, like them doing that, it actually takes the pressure and the load off of LeBron and Luka and AR when he's in the lineup. And it's not like we're not asking those guys to sprint back or asking those guys to, not be physical on defense. We're asking all those things, but those, that group of guys just embracing crashing and running and defending with toughness is huge.
Did you feel like LeBron had a little extra pop tonight?
Yeah, he did. He was phenomenal. I mean, there was just a few stretches there where they made runs, and the response from him, it's felt like nearly every time we needed a bucket, he just kind of willed, whether it was driving the basketball, getting to the paint, getting to 2 feet, and just was phenomenal tonight.
JJ, what is it that you admire about the way Jake played tonight and has played this way all season for you guys?
I think he's just made a really concerted effort of late with what we call, effort offense, cutting, crashing, running, and got the beneficiary of that tonight. And he hit a big three there in the fourth. Smart hit a big three in the fourth. Vando hit a big three in the fourth. So, just getting those guys to make shots when there is two on the ball is huge for us.
After the Detroit game, LeBron was talking to us and said, if you've watched the Lakers, I haven't played a ton on the ball this year. A lot of that, I imagine, was the fact that Austin was in the lineup for a bunch of time, and also he was coming off the sciatica. How do you think you'll kind of manage that in this period of the next 3-4 weeks with no Austin, in terms of, how much can you use him on the ball? Or is there a point of diminishing return trying to preserve his energy, preserve his body as a 23-year vet?
Some of that is what coverage a team's running. I mean, if a team's just playing drop coverage, I think, we've had him run pick and rolls. I think he's continuing to just do a good job of being a screener and then playing off of that. The side pick and roll there late with Luka. He got roller behind one time. We got a great look, and then we posted him, and Jackson made a great read. Just being patient, watching where Londale was, and ended up getting a dunk. So I'm not going to. It's the challenge of having, a guy who's played a certain way his whole career and then another guy who's played a certain way his whole career. And when you added AR in the mix, that's the challenge. There's only one basketball.
JJ, there was another clutch time win. What even though they've been somewhat spread out, what has been so good about the execution down the stretch on both ends for you?
I don't know what the updated numbers are. Our defense has been really good in the clutch.
Anything that stood out about tonight? Like, what about the defense? Was it certain guys? Was it the connectivity?
I thought just down the stretch we were once we got Jackson back in there, we were able to execute a couple blitzes, got some turnovers, just getting multiple stops in a row. I know they scored a lot, and they only got credited for 20 fast break points, 27 points off our turnovers. Their early offense, they probably had 70 of their points there. So I thought when we were able to set our defense, it was one of our better defensive games we've had in a long time in the half court.